guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to episode 56 of our Heart of Midlothian Save, our bid to take the team to the top of Scottish football. And today we have a really big game because we're away to Rangers in the league. We need to just avoid defeat, really, just to keep them at arm's length for second in the table. And then we host Ross County in the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup. That's who we've got. I think I initially said we were going to play Dundee, but the Scottish Cup has sort of moved that fixture back. So it's Ross County in the Cup, Rangers in the league. But before we get to that, let's have a quick look at how we've gone since last episode, starting with our trip to Inverness. They had a player sent off after 20 seconds, but it took us until the hour mark to open the scoring with a scrappy effort from Clare. Turnbull missed a penalty and Inverness went down to 9 before Clare scored his second, a cracking volley in stoppage time. So we did actually make quite hard work of this. We were against 10 men pretty much the entire game. They went down to 9 midway through the second half as well. The Clare double, Turnbull just had, you can see, had a bad day. He was shooting from everywhere and nothing was going in for him, so the penalty was the final straw. But yeah, good, solid. You can see we absolutely dominated, 40 shots on goal. We just couldn't finish. Just as I said, made really hard work of a game we should have won very comfortably. Next up, we went to, what they called Livingston. We went to Livingston in the Scottish Cup. Harry Cochrane got us underway with a good strike from the edge of the area. And Dimitri Mitchell made sure we won the tie with a low drive into the far corner. So here we go, it was a comfortable win in the end against the Championship team. Cochrane and Mitchell with the goals. You can see we were good without being great in this one, considering we were playing a lower division team. They may have had get stuck in on, I think, just a hunch. But yeah, another good, solid win. And then we hosted Hamilton in the league. We fell behind after 34 minutes before Turnbull equalised from the penalty spot just before half-time. Innes Cameron headed us into the lead early in the second half. And Ewan Henderson wrapped up the points from a corner. So we go a little bit of a slow start in this one, fell behind, looked like we didn't really know where the goal was coming from. The penalty got us underway from Turnbull. Innes Cameron and Henderson capped it off for us nicely. You can see in the end again, we deserved to win. We were the better team. But yeah, just again, made maybe a little bit hard work of it for ourselves in the end. But we got the job done, and that's the main thing. Now, if we look at the league table, where the last game of the weekend, Celtic they've dropped points this weekend. They drew Aberdeen 0-0. So annoyingly, they're just kind of tagging us along. If we were to win this, we go back to 9 points, but it's done. What we've really got to try and do is just keep Rangers at arm's length. If they were to beat us here, win their game in hand, they'd only be 3 points back, and that's getting a little bit too close to my personal comfort. So let's go and have a look and see what we're going to do here against Glasgow Rangers. If we get back to the match preview screen, here we go. Now, they are the favourites. They have had a bit of a good record against us lately. We've struggled ever since Philip Cocu came in as manager. I've struggled a little bit against them. So Philip Cocu is still the manager, unfortunately. They're a balanced mentality, direct playing style. And what we're expecting from them here, this is how we're expecting them to line up. They always do line up like this, especially against us. We can see there the heat map tends to be very focused on the centre, passing network and key passes there as well. And let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. Now, we're going to go for them a little bit. We're ditching the DM and, try and hold out. We're just going to treat them like we would treat any other opponent in the league. So Teddy Smith in goal, Mitchell, O'Connor, Coping, and Johnson as a back four. Cochrane and Turnbull in midfield, Jones, Hartford, and Henderson in behind the great man Uche. Come on, boys. And here we go. So Egerson is, of course, formerly of both their wingers. We've had at our club at one point or another. Middleton, of course, killed us last time. They beat us 2-0, and they were both Middleton goals. What do we want to say to this? Expected to pick up where they left off. Let's just, you've been on a good run lately. Go out there and impress me. We have been doing okay, but we haven't been playing against too much. I think if you look at the league table, there was a big gap between us and the two Glasgow clubs, and then back to Inverness. I think Inverness would have been, I think they're still fourth, but that would have been a good test for us, except, we played against 10 men for essentially the entire game, less 20 seconds. So, and even then we didn't particularly put them away as I might have hoped we would do. So we'll just see how we go here. It's a little bit different. We're going with the number 10. We're attacking them like we would do any other team in the league, and we'll just see if that works for us. Here we go, goal kick for Teddy Smith, out there for Porty O'Connor. And we'll just, as I said, if we get second, it means that we qualify for the Europa League group stage automatically. There was a comment last time, it's a good tackle. Can we get back to that? We can't. Are we going to get caught out in the back of that giveaway? No, Middleton way over the bar. There was a comment last episode. I forget who it was. I'm sorry. I was asking about, do we miss out on prize money if we qualify straight into the group? And yes, there is some prize money for Europa League qualifying. Here we go with Harry Cochrane. Oh, hey, he's done it again. We saw him open the scoring against Livingston from a similar sort of area. This one, I think, has taken a deflection, but it's Cochrane's third goal of the year, and that is really, really good stuff. We're having a look at it here. I'm almost positive there was a deflection. So much space, so look at the space. He takes the shot, and it's deflected off a defender's head there. Sent the keeper the wrong way, and there we go. But yeah, my point with Europa League, I'd rather just know we're going to be in the group and forfeit a little bit of prize money. Whoa, Hartford off the line. It's fallen there for Callum Chambers, and we've just about got away with that, have we? The highlight looks like it's going to continue. Middleton moves it on to Goldson, and it does indeed end the highlight there. We saw last year when we got Munch and Gladbach in qualifying rounds, like that could have gone very badly for us and we're out of Europe altogether. So yeah, I'd rather, I think, just be in the group. We forfeit a bit of prize money, but that's okay. It would, good take by Teddy Smith. It would also allow us then to focus on the league in the early weeks. If you remember back, we played Celtic first up and lost to them, but we also dropped points to, I think it was Dundee or Dundee United, I can't remember now. And those 2 points, that could really hurt us come the end of the year. Curtis Jones, that's a lungy tackle referee from Callum Chambers. Middleton comes away with it, though. Can we get that? No. That's, twice now that we've been sort of caught in possession a little bit. Can we win that? We can't. That's Middleton out there. God, not Middleton. Mitchell. He's not going to win many headers. That's not what he's in the team to do, is it? Oh, that's a loose ball forward. Too much time and space, and Middleton strikes again. Oh, that's in first half stoppage time as well. Boys. That's so frustrating. We'll give it show some passion. It was Henderson just got caught looking at the board, didn't he? And we've never recovered. We've never recovered. You can't. Daniel Johnson was up the pitch, and I think I do have them on attack. But in that situation, even if he was on support, I'd still expect him to be sort of, making a move up the pitch there. So that's really annoying. They haven't had a good half. We've caught them perhaps on a bad day, and we haven't taken full advantage of it. I'm not going to say we were excellent. I'm going to say... I don't know what to say. I'm going to say I'm far from pleased, but maybe just calmly. There was a couple of times there that we've given the ball away, and I just wonder if a little bit of harsh truth might hit the spot here. That's what, again, treating them like any other team in the league, that's what I would say against any other team in the league if we were in this situation, that I'm not happy with that. So we'll just hope and see what happens here second half. We haven't seen Uche yet, have we? We really haven't got him into the game at all. Here goes Egerton. Let's stop him, please. Oh, and in the space of, 20 seconds before and after the break, and we find ourselves 2-1 down now. Alright, let's defend a little bit more narrow, because he's just cut inside there. Let's be more expressive now. Let's raise this tempo up. And I'm going to say let's pass into space. Let's see if we can get in behind Uche. Get Uche in behind a little bit, I should say. That is so disappointing, though. How has he done that? We have enough men there. Look at this. Someone's got to go and shut him down. I can see this guy was looked at trying to stop space, but that's poor. It's really, really poor defending. Go and make a tackle, boys. Uche is having a very, very bad day at the office today, and I don't necessarily think it might not be his fault. I think we're just not creating anything, are we? Let's go attacking. We really don't want to lose this game, do we? Come on, boys. Is it just not Uche's day? The problem is that Brophy is kind of not completely match fit, but we're going to bring him on anyway because we don't really. It's not Uche's day, is it? It's not anybody's day. All right, let's bring off Claire and bring Henderson on. Is there anybody else? The attacking players have not got in this game, have they? And that's been the problem. Ball up. Can we win this, please? I'm wondering if we might need to look to get stuck in here as well, perhaps. Hartford needs to do a little bit more defensively there, doesn't he? He's just kind of standing around watching. Here we go with Egerton again. It's a good cross, back post, and we saved at that time. Do we perhaps need to go and tell the fullbacks to go and mark their wingers? It's the two old boys, isn't it? It's Egerton and it's Middleton that are doing the damage. And when Egerton played for us, he didn't do anything like this. I can tell you, he was quite rubbish. Another cross in. Johnson's there, down for Cochrane. Okay, can we build and go here? Here we go. Curtis Jones. He hasn't had his best day, but maybe he's got a little bit of magic here. There we go, in behind. Oh, where's Uche when you need him? Where is Uche when you need him? That's really frustrating. All right, here we go with Claire. Good ball up there for Mitchell. Where's Uche? Who took Uche off? What was the moron that did that? Come on, boys. Come on. This is good pressure. Can we keep... Oh, loose pass. Oh, come on. They're going to score here, aren't they? And it's going to be another error of ours because we can't pass to each other. Oh, Darnell Johnson's there. He gets it in Middleton, and it's 3-1, and that can just go to hell. Oh, we're going to come third in the league, aren't we? Demand more, boys. Come on. We do all the work on defensive training. Maybe we need to look at retaining possession or something. We need to do some work on that because we're giving the ball away. It was a decent effort. Was that Coping? Yeah. It was a decent effort to try and win it back from him, but we've been poor. We've gone ahead. How many times do we see it against the Glasgow team? We go ahead and then we just fall to pieces. Come on, can we get one back here? Let's try and make a game of it still. Curtis Jones. There's a good ball for Brophy. Can he find someone back post? It's Sean Clare, and he goes over the bar. That would have been a really good time to score. Dimitri Mitchell's having a bad game. We don't really have anybody on the bench for him, to be honest. We've just been poor. That's really, really disappointing. Yeah. It's starting to get really annoying that all we do, we just lose to the Glasgow teams now. Oh, good tackle there again. But it's still there with Rangers, and I don't like the looks of this. Oh, what a save from Teddy Smith. What a save that was. I'm wondering if against the Glasgow teams now, we might just have to sort of concede defeat to them in a manner of speaking and just go counter-attacking. I thought maybe against Rangers, given that we're ahead of them in the league, if we just play them like we do anybody else, we might have a chance. But we haven't had a chance here, have we? 50 seconds to go. Well, the best we can hope for is a 3-2 loss. Good ball in. Turnbull's there, heads it down. It's hacked clear. And this is looking a little bit like an end-of-game highlight. Or is it? Because Middleton's picked it up in space. And I think 4-1 would be really, really harsh. Here we go with Eakson. No, it's not a decent ball at all. So there we go. That should be that. It's looking like an end-of-game highlight now. Bobby Coping brings it out for Cochrane. For Hartford, can we do anything that looks like a decent passing movement? Claire. Boys, come on. Okay. Trying to not be annoyed and think what we can do. It needs to be ball retention, doesn't it? Or just passing to each other. Just general passing. Because that... Let me know what you think in the comments. I just feel like the 3 goals, it's all come on the back of us giving the ball away. And that is just not good enough. So there we go. Disappointing collapse. It all looked so good, didn't it, when Cochrane gave us the lead. But the problem with that now is that second place is very, very much up for grabs here. They're 6 points back with a game in hand. Yeah, that's problems. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We'll be back. Let's forget that, hopefully, with a nice performance in the Scottish Cup. Okay, welcome back. Let's put that mess behind us and get on with things in the Scottish Cup. We're up against Ross County. Now, they're a championship club. Now, the one thing I did forget to mention before the last game, if you're wondering where Innes Cameron was, he's picked up a bit of a knock, a groin strain, so he's out for about a month at the time. So yeah, that's why Innes Cameron wasn't on the bench last game, and it was Brophy, so apologies for forgetting to mention that. But let's have a look at what we're up against here. We are the favourites for this one. We've only played them once before. It may well have even been a friendly, but Craig Levine is their manager. Of course, Hearts legend, I think, isn't he? Yeah. Adventurous and direct playing mentality and style. This is what we're expecting from them. The good old-fashioned 4-4-2. They may change that, given that they're up against us, but the scouts didn't seem to think so. We can see everything else there. You can see they are very definitely a direct playing style with that sort of key passes. Now, we have a quick look at what we've done in training this week. Just to show you, we've done ball retention, ball distribution, just trying to just learn to pass to each other and keep the ball. Hopefully we'll see a benefit of that now, in this game, although it won't be necessarily the best, it's not the best opposition, but hopefully we'll see some work for that paying off anyway. So this one, we go Teddy Smith in goal. Mitchell Fitzgerald comes in because he wants first-team football. I promised him first-team football, so this is as good a game as any to give it to him with Coping and Johnson. Cochrane and Turnbull continue in midfield. Jones, Hartford and Glover comes in down the left. We'll give Uche another game up top. He was poor last time out, but it's Uche. How bad can he be? Not 2 games in a row. So it is a 4-4-2 we're coming up against here, so that's good to see the scouts have got that right. Let's give it some passionate. We're at home. Let's do it for the fans. It's a game that we really should be winning as well, which is sometimes it's a bit of a hiding to nothing. But yeah, I'm really frustrated by that Rangers result. If we'd played well and lost 3-1, if they'd outplayed us, but I just feel like all three, especially, first half stoppage time and then basically from the kickoff in the second half. Well, I mean, what a stupid, 30 seconds of game time that was to basically lose the game for us. So, and it was our errors too. Anyway, we'll get over that. Let's move on here. If we can get a nice goal here, please, boys, and see what we can do from there. Here we go, Hartford for Turnbull. Look for Cochrane at the edge of the area. He's in form. Oh, Uche! Oh, it's a good header, and it's a decent save from their goalkeeper. Unlucky there for Mr. Uche. Ball into the box. We've headed it away. Turnbull brings it out. Back for Mitchell. Mitchell looks early. Is it for Uche? Here we go. This is what Uche does. Oh, and he just can't quite find the finish at the end of it. This is looking a little bit better, though, isn't it? Yes, I know who we're playing against, the Championship team. Though they are second in the Championship, so they may well be a Premier League team or Premiership team next year. Fitzgerald loses out to the header there. It's come out for Jones. Can he pull one back? He can. It's there. It's headed away for Turnbull. And Turnbull loses out as well. And that is... Just for a second, I was getting worried the highlight was going to continue there. All right, here we go. Mitchell for Turnbull. Back for Mitchell. Can he pick out Uche as one of his crosses? No, he can't. It's still there, though, with Turnbull. Back for Cochrane. What's he going to do? Turnbull. Cochrane, back for Turnbull. No, he goes for Hartford this time. Hartford back for Cochrane. It's patience. Look at this ball. Look at the training showing off. Ball distribution, retention. Love it, boys. And that's a good tackle. Darnell Johnson crosses it into the man. And this is becoming a long, old highlight. There's just a hack into the box. Glover's there. It's headed away. Oh, Mitchell gets there. Just for a second, I feared the counter-attack. This is, something's going to happen here, isn't it? Because it's been a long, long highlight. Hartford. For Jones. Can Jones pick out a pass through the middle? He can. He finds Mitchell. Can Mitchell find Uche in the box? We've got men pouring forward. It's there. It's Uche. And it's in the back of the net from Uche. You knew he wasn't going to be that bad. 2 games in a row. 13th goal of the year for him, despite missing what was the best part of 3 months with a dislocated shoulder. We'll demand a little bit more of that. But the old Mitchell to Uche supply chain is back in action. Look at that. Good header from Uche in off the post. Almost an own goal off the goalkeeper, but obviously it was going in anyway. Really, really good stuff. All right, let's kick on from this, please, boys. Let's kick on. All right, here we go. Johnson, another cross into the box. Over the top for Mitchell. Oh, what a strike from Dimitri Mitchell. What a strike on the volley. That is a really, really good finish. Love that, Dimitri Mitchell. Back to full form for him. Second goal, and just, he got a goal against, was it Livingston in the last round of the Cup, actually? It might have been. He got a second goal, but look at that. That's stunning. Absolutely stunning on the edge of the area. That just might be a contender for goal of the season. That was a really, really good strike on the volley. All right, now we're cooking with gas, aren't we? Come on, boys. Let's keep going here. Let's keep this going. Give it one more demand more, then we might look to throw some praise out. Hartford and Clare aren't having their best game. I think we're maybe playing well in moments rather than sort of flowing as a team. We could bring Clare on. He can play down either wing. Brophy tends to play well on the right as well. So we have options to change things if we want to. I tell you what, I wouldn't mind if Aberdeen knock Rangers out for us. That would be a nice little show up, wouldn't it? I'm pretty sure Celtic is still in the cup as well. So we've still got tough teams if we are going to go and win it. And I really, really do want to try and win something. Because as I said, we have an empty trophy cabinet, and that is just not really what we want to have at this time of the year. I should quickly mention too, I was offered a new contract at the club, 3-year deal, so it's just waiting for that to just be ratified, I guess, or maybe it has been ratified, I can't remember. Anyway, we're staying for another 3 years, but I mean, let's face it, they weren't going to get rid of us. Not when we are, right now anyway, splitting the Glasgow clubs, we're competitive in Europe. There's no way that they'd get rid of us. I did try and ask for a new stadium as part of the contract. It's a big ask, isn't it? But they didn't want to do that. I'm wondering what it's going to take for them to want to do this loose pass. They've got a touch of the hearts there. Here we go with Curtis Jones. It's a good ball for Glover. Can he square it back? Uche's in the middle. He goes himself. He probably had to from there. Uche, there was a defender around in the area, so maybe it would have been a really probably tough pass to try and find him. From the corner though, Harry Cochrane knocks it in. Was it Uche? It was Uche, but the header straight at the goalkeeper. I really think that to compete with the Glasgow clubs, we are going to need a new stadium. We're going to need like a 40,000-50,000 seater like they have, and then try and sell it out every week just for the income. Just over the bar. I think that ultimately we're going to really struggle especially against Celtic, I think, to beat them while we are sort of struggling along with just a fraction of the budget. Because don't forget, Celtic now, with the winners of the league going straight into the group stage of the Champions League, they have that much extra money again every season coming in until one of us can. I mean, it's almost in our benefit, in a silly way, if Rangers were to win the league instead of Celtic one year. So at least Celtic doesn't have it. Then Rangers have the money. So, we're kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't. And Jones is injured. Perfect. All right, let's go Claire, and then let's switch Glover over to the right. That seems to work okay for me. So, hasn't been a classic, has it? Not a best performance. We might take Turnbull off. We'll give Dominguez a game. Turnbull's not had his best game, and we know that Dominguez is absolutely class. Yeah, Hartford again. Hartford hasn't had a cracking game either, but it wasn't quite the performance I was hoping for, to be honest. Mitchell! Oh, there we go. Dimitri Mitchell lights it up. Second goal of the game, and that's almost, it's not as good as the first one, but it's up there. It's still a really, really good goal, isn't it? We'll give them some praise, and maybe, just maybe, we can come home with a wet sail here and knock in a couple of late goals. It's a really good free kick from Dimitri Mitchell. 6 goals a year for him. That is far and away his highest goal-scoring season for us. I am not very sure, but I'm pretty sure. Usually he's just a supply chain for Uche, isn't he? But there we go. So 3-0 in the end. We're in the hat for the next round. It's not quite the performance I was hoping for to get the Rangers taste out of my mouth, but it's better than nothing, isn't it? It's been relatively comfortable. They've had a couple of shots from distance, but they've never really threatened us. So there we go. We go to the last 4. Did Aberdeen end up doing us a favour in knocking out Rangers? We'll find out in just a second. I think we've got to be happy with that, though. Yeah, we'll be happy with that. So there we go. We hammer Ross County. I wouldn't say we hammered them, but we certainly won it comfortably. Curtis Jones, 5 weeks. That's not the best. A little bit of cash in the bank. Mitchell was brilliant, wasn't he? I mean, we don't expect much less than him for that, but 2 goals and an assist from your left back. Yes, please. Now, how did the other games get on here? Let's have a quick look. What are we on here? Quarterfinals. So Rangers did beat Aberdeen. Celtic, you would imagine, would beat Wraith Rovers. St Mirren or Motherwell. Ideally here, we'll get the winners of that, won't we? Let the Glasgow teams play off and we'll face them in the final. What we'll do, though, guys, we will end the episode with the semi-final draw. It's coming up in just a second here, so wait there for that. Okay, here we go for the semi-final draw. Now, would you believe that Wraith Rovers hang on for the draw against Celtic? So, they've just got to go to Celtic Park now and beat them, but it's going to be tough. But let's have a look here what we get. Hopefully not the Glasgow teams. And it will be a neutral venue, of course, but ideally we don't want Rangers. Come on, Celtic. There we go. There we go, boys. All right, so it's Motherwell St Mirren in the semi-final. We have got to be every chance of getting back to the final this year. Excellent stuff. The luck of the draw has come our way there, and that is this going to be our year? You just wonder when you see that happen, don't you? It just might be our year. So what we'll do, guys, we will be back tomorrow. We'll come back for Motherwell in the league, and then the semi-final of the Scottish Cup, whoever it may be. Whether we'll get to play whoever it is. We'll play in the preceding weeks. So we've got St Mirren, then Motherwell. So that's all for next time, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.